By now, do not lean on the walls. Come off the walls. That means you're tired. Come up, come up, come up. Yes, you, Alex, off the wall. Okay? Do not use the wall as a support. So I'm here, and then I'm going to take this over and go to side. Okay? Here. Relax. Relax more. Okay. All right. I can't move. So you ask what I do when I'm not here. I do a lot more movement outside of the dojo. I do a lot of boxing, rolling, different things outside of the dojo. Probably I would say 75% of our Aikido is small movements. So I don't move a lot in the dojo, just because what I'm working on. But being able to move is a plus. So don't think that you can't move. Just know the difference between movement and not movement. It's harder to do it small and not use their momentum, but that's something that we need to practice. So in this case, when I'm turning, right, he wants to move in. I'm not leading him in, but he wants to move there. I know you do. Okay, but that's part of your awareness, right? To feel what your partner's doing, how he's responding, how is he or she reacting. Okay, good. Now he didn't move, so now I move. Okay, so I get to practice. Okay, so there's no reason to do a lot of this. Move in, move out. Right? Just practice here, connection, and down. Okay, here, connection, and down. Okay? And twist their wrists. Right? That's not good for a lot of reasons. Okay, but what I do is I'm bringing his fingers down, his elbow up, and when I turn, I'm not turning to damage his wrist. I am tightening the ligaments, taking out the slack, so it goes through his forearm, and it's more up than just twist. So I'm doing this. I'm spiraling up and then down, then cutting down. Okay? But what happens, sometimes our grip is bad, something's off, and we just crank on this, thinking it's going to be better.
Special.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that. I have his fingers. Right? So if you're just thinking about pain compliance, you're not going to have a lot of students. Okay, so think about stretching. Okay? Not twist my knee, heel. So when I bring his hand, you see where his hand is right now? It's not off to the side of my body, it's not over here. Get on the wall. So now, this is my center. My hand is right here. This is still in my center. Still in my center. So this is my sword, just cutting in my center. Okay, that's not the same as doing this over here. This is off the side of my body. And I notice that you guys are lurching a little bit to do that. That's because your alignment is not right. So, but if you do this, now I bring it here. I don't have to lean. I don't have to lean. Okay? So think about your cutting down the center of your body. Right? You bring it here. But if you notice when I do that, I'm centered, I step back, and now I'm turning my body. It's not that I just bring this back here. I'm missing a few steps, right? So when I do that, it's my body that's, the upper part of my body that's turning, that brings it back, right? And so one of the things that we, Jeff, can I borrow you for a second? end up doing is you guys are really good here, then you wanna, I'm leaning forward here, and now I'm gonna wrench him back like this. Not so. Right. So now I grab this in my center, and the way he goes back, my upper torso is spiraling. I'm spiraling. Okay. So this is still, so even though my hands are in the center, right, he feels the spiral. Right? And so if I was to finish the hasso, then I would turn. Right? So it's not that I just go from here, I get this, and now I move it here. Not at all. Right? I'm here, I spiral. Now if I want, I can step and add more power. But everything is still in my center. Then when I get ready to throw, I might do that. Okay? So I'm working, now I step, then I cut, connect, and then we go to kaiten. Okay? Here, passing, this is my center, torquing, stepping, cutting, stepping back again. Okay? So here, center, torque, step, cut, look. It's good to have young people. It's old people. So step, I cut, oh, no, I go back that way. Okay? So I kaiten.
Sorry.
I cut down. Okay? So this is Sunil's shoulder. So if you notice, I usually turn this way. Now I'm by his hip. But if I'm here, I'm by his shoulder and trying to throw him. That's not the best application. I'm going to be here. So now just the movement of my body does the throw. Okay, here, spiral, step, cut, turn. So I'm always pushing the car from the back, not from the front. Okay? Just a little bit more. I cut down. Notice my hands haven't changed. I cut down. Now, watch this. Let's try this. So as I cut down and I start to turn my body, look at my hand. But when you guys are here and you cut down and now you're trying to raise your hand, look at my elbow. And oh, this is really awkward. Yeah, exactly. So when you cut down and you turn, oh, this is so much easier, right? Now I move here. Make sense? So, I mean, this is a small detail, but an important detail, right? Because it'll make your kaitanage look a lot better. Because when you're cutting down and you just stay here, and now you're trying to do everything with your arms. So when I cut down, my body turns at the same time, and this transition is a lot easier. Okay, and then I can go a mote, I can slide in a little bit more, and go out. Okay?
Hi.
So we're going to hand transition. Okay. So I see it's maybe drilled into you, or maybe you guys are just watching a lot of videos. So even though you move back, then you're going to cut down, and I see a lot of moving to the front. Only time that you would do that, if I'm going to do this, or I think you're thinking of maybe some Amote version like this, which is plausible. Not incorrect, but that's not what I did. What I did was this, I moved back, I never stepped in front of the arm. I turned the opposite way, and then I turn back to throw. Okay? So don't go around the front of the arm. So when I cut down, as I turn, I'm making that transition. And then I can turn back. Okay? This time we're going to move inside. I'm going to cut down, move your feet, dude. Where you going? Just step forward with your outside foot. Good. Stay there. Don't run away. I'm going to slide back. Got the grip. Slide back. As you can see, this is there, not there, here. Right? Here. understand?
Right.
You can't come up with it late, right? From here, this is the body shot. Then here, and this hand is here, right? So, get out of this, get back here. Good. Here, this is rotating, right? Here. So understand where you are in relationship to your partner. Try not to do something like this. You guys are fine. Now, as you cut down, you're coming out.
Right.
Get closer. All right?
Right.
Less space.
Thank you.